Hi guys, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to my channel. Today's topic is how to shift people's mindset to benefit your goals and their goals. Stay tuned. Welcome back to my channel. Creating, maintaining and enjoying your professional life. Most of you understand that when you go for a job interview or when you start a business or when you do anything that you desire, you want to be that business, you want to be that person, you want to be that employee or the newcomer that everybody still think of, everybody that want to talk to. Here are the tips on how you can shift people's mindset so that they can concentrate on you. What you need to remember before thinking of shifting anybody's mind is that whatever anybody wants to get themselves involved in, they want to benefit from it. Shifting people's mindset requires you to make sure that you're very attentive to the requirements and you're asking questions that are direct to what they need. People would only want to listen to you because you're bringing something on the table. They will follow your requirements because they know probably their needs are going to be met. So if you know that you're intending on shifting anybody's mindset towards what you're bringing on the table and it does not benefit them, you're going to struggle really much. So think about the fact that they're benefiting, and when you're communicating to these people, emphasis should be put on how they're going to benefit and how long are they going to benefit in. To ask questions that are relative to what you're trying to shift them to. Make sure that you listen intensively so that you'll be able to give them the answers that they are after. Think of an audience that you connect with, because if you're bringing something on the table to try and shift somebody's mind, yet you guys don't connect, now you could say, I'm not going to be connecting with everybody that I want to receive my service because people are different. Now you're going to have to find a way where it could be just your message that connects to them, or it goes back to you meeting their needs. But you have to somehow connect in order for them to receive what you're saying and then be even willing to shift their minds. Last thing that comes to people's minds once they hear the word change of mindset is fear. And if you want to be the driver of their change, you have to have some answers ready. And you have to think of things that could scare them. You have to have answers in the way that these people will feel comfortable to go ahead with the change. Remember, our mind is there to control us from everything that it feels that it could hurt us or it feels like it harm us from anything. So instinctively, fear is going to appear and you have to deal with it. But how? Prepare yourself. Because if you've done this for a long time, you probably know the kind of things that people are scared of. Because, for example, if you're doing sales or if you're going into the same job interview all the time, you know the kind of things that the employers will be scared of. So you have to have the answers ready, and you have to probably ask questions to make sure they're not scared of anything. So fear, it has to be dealt by you in order to shift people's minds, because it will inevitably appear in your mind that many people like the idea of shifting for the better, but less of them, or none, or like fewer people are willing to work towards to put in their hard work to make sure that they shift wisely. So if you bear that in mind and highlight all the weaknesses and make sure that you show them how the weaknesses are going to be changing to strength, then obviously that is going to help you to make your journey easier in shifting people's mindset. It's never easy, but you need to ease up yourself. Another thing you need to bear in mind while getting ready to change people's mindset, not everybody is going to be ready to take the change. Some people might have very negative thoughts about what you're trying to oppose or to propose, and they will definitely oppose. Now, you yourself, you have to prepare yourself mentally that whatever these people are coming back at you with, you're ready to handle. If you're not ready to take the criticism, you're going to suffer the consequences, because it's not easy to change anybody's mind, especially people that are willing to fight, or people that are questioning anything and everything that is presented to them. And they're right, because you know what, nobody just want to take on the garbage and everything just because somebody believes that they can change their mindset, and therefore they just give themselves in. So I agree with people that questions, but there are some that will be very offensive, and they ask you questions, they don't believe, and they probably make you feel a little negative to what you was about to do. And if you don't be careful and not ready, you'll probably lose their morale and forget about meeting people, or forget about trying to carry on, even if you're trying to change other people. If you don't be careful, you could be affected. Your behaviors could be affected, and you don't feel like you want to do it anymore. So prepare yourself mentally that there are people who are not going to take this, who don't take nonsense. You kind of set realistic goals, which means that you have to be able to walk these people through the whole journey of shifting and making sure that you're ready anytime they need you. Because if you fail to be realistic yourself, and you're just trying to say whatever you feel like for the sake of them shifting their mind so that they can meet your goals, things could turn out differently. Legally, things could go wrong, and beside that, you could end up losing a whole lot of customers. So make sure you keep it realistic. Even though it's just in the process of you putting things together, make it realistic so that you can walk through them. Introduce a growth mindset, that everything you're doing, it's going to help them to grow. It's going to help them to grow. Nothing is keeping them backwards. You will be able to shift anybody's mind if they're thinking, you know what, I want to grow. I want to make sure I get to the next level. So if this person has come to me and all they're giving me is growth, ideas on how I can grow, ideas on how I can make myself better, then you know what, I'm going to shift my mind towards their goal. Bear in mind that if you're introducing something new to somebody, it has to be kept very simple, because if you do not keep a very simple, workable philosophy, it is gonna be very difficult for someone to follow the instruction. They're still thinking about moving from one direction to the other, and then trying to work out how it's going to be done. So if you don't keep it simple, it's probably going to cause them to say no thank you. So remember, keep it very simple, so that also kind of attracts them to what you want them. And lastly, what I want to actually advise, that while trying to shift people's mindset, you need to be genuine. You need to have a genuine reason why you're trying to shift people's mindset. Don't do it for the sake of just doing it, because if you just do that, you'll probably be moving people to the right direction into the wrong direction. But if you clearly, genuinely know that someone looks stuck, someone needs help in this area, then go in with that. What you don't know, don't say. What you don't think would work, perhaps pay more attention into investigating how it can work. But be genuine while introducing your reason for their shifting. It is so difficult, guys, to keep on lying. It is very difficult, because you're probably going to forget a lie, or you're going to be able to try and keep it up and try and build up, and before you know, you'll be exhausted. So don't rush, keep it genuine, and make sure that you enjoy the journey as well. Keep it very positive, because at some point, if you are trying to shift somebody and you're very negative, they don't trust your energy or your ability, and you don't trust your ideas, or you don't trust yourself, nobody's going to be willing to be walking a journey with you. So I recommend you guys keep a positive energy, and be inquisitive to make sure that you get as much out of these people, and the journey will be easy if you put time in to investigate what is it that they want, what is it that can help them. And I understand that we're doing all this to make sure that, you know, people notices what we're doing, or we notice what people are doing. Even if you're selling, you want to make sure that you shift people's mind on what you're selling. Even if you're teaching, you want to make sure that you shift people's minds on teaching. Even if you do whatever you're doing, even if you're going for a job application, you want to make sure that once you walk in the room, even if there were 100 people applying for the same job, they don't forget you. They don't forget who you are. In fact, at the end, even though you were the last, there will still there will be something in your CV that will shift their mind back. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for another one. Thank you. Connected. I'm always here for you. Please stay connected.